Good morning, everyone, and happy 2024. My name is Mrs. Varell, and welcome to our orientation. For our start, I'd like you to check out these two questions. Number one, biology is the study of which phenomena? And number two, true or false, RNA is derived from, that means comes from, DNA and is used to synthesize or make proteins. Number two should be a review from last semester. Okay, and I hope you enjoy my pun. Welcome back to biology. I'm really excited to be working with you guys. Once you've got those two questions, and feel free to pause the video if you want to work on it a little more, I'm going to give you the answer. Okay, biology is the study of life. That's the phenomenon or the event that we'll be working through together. What is life? What does it mean? What are its characteristics? How does it come to be? Okay, that's biology. And number two is true. RNA is derived from DNA in the form of mRNA, and it is used to synthesize all the proteins in our body. Let's check out the agenda so we see what we're going to do with our 30 minutes together this morning. For the agenda, you've already done your do now. I know you guys call it a start or a rev up, what have you. Then I'm going to introduce myself to you, and I'd also like to do a quick survey to kind of find out a little bit more about you guys. And then I'll discuss with you what we're doing for biology second semester. What are the topics? What are some goals that we have? And then I'll give you an exit ticket. The targets. Today, you're going to be introduced to the new semester and myself. You're doing that to be more successful and have a strong start for the semester. And then you will know you got it, not if you don't have questions, I changed my mind. You'll know that you got it if you can answer 3 questions at the end of the class, okay? So you'll just send a little chat to me at the end to know if I know that you got the lesson today, okay? Let me introduce myself to you. I've been a teacher for a little over 10 years. Again, my name is Mrs. Varell. I taught down in Louisiana, Chicago, and did some teaching in Cairo as well. While I was in Cairo, Egypt, I learned to scuba dive. And I love traveling on land and now even more underwater. I get to see so many animals and things. And I actually want to share with you guys a little video that I took while diving in Indonesia. So check out this guy. Can you tell what it is already? This species is called a green sea turtle. Okay. That's the closest I've ever got to one in its natural habitat. She was very big. You see, she's almost as large as we are. So what's happening there, she's actually, you see how wide the back is? She's actually at what we call a cleaning station. So you see these little tiny fish here? These little ones? There's a lot of fish like that and even smaller that are coming all around her to eat the algae off of her fins because she can't do it herself. The reason I named her Ursula is because she was being a little bit of a grump. Like you see, they're coming and they're kind of biting and cleaning her, but she's getting really irritated. Watch how she does her fin. See all the fish? They're coming to clean her. And she's like, get away from me, even though she actually needs their help. So I thought that was kind of funny. But it was really fun to swim behind her and to see that type of life in action. So that's why I love diving. You see things like that, small fish, corals. When I'm on land, I like to roller skate, and my favorite color is pink. And I'm from New Hampshire. Does anyone know which state that is in New England? This is not one state, okay? This is 6 different states. And yeah, New Hampshire is the blue one here, the kind of teal one. This is New Hampshire, part of the 13 original colonies. I wanted to share my why with you guys. I'll probably repeat it over and over, but I think on the first day it's a really good thing to have you know about me. I teach because I really like helping students see science as something real and tangible. When I was in high school, science wasn't even my favorite subject, and it's because I kind of didn't understand that it was a living, breathing thing. I thought it was just something I had to do and get out of there. So I really like coaching and encouraging students and facilitating their learning. I'm not going to do anything for you. I'm not magic. I can't make it happen, but I will be 100% on your side while you get through this and really help you discover that you have the capacity to do this learning for yourself. So I'm here to help you, is what I like to say. I'm here to help you help you. You're already helping yourself. You're already in high school. I'm just going to be that coach next to you saying, hey, we got this. We can do this. EOC's coming. I really like being a cheerleader in that way. Okay, so that's what you'll see from me. Oh, let me get back to the slide. So, some facts. Help me get to know you. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. We'll have 5 prompts. I want you to read them, and then, since this is a recording, you can simply just note it in your head, or if you really want to tell me your ideas, text me. But in class, we're going to do a poll where you're going to select the number that best represents you. I'll put up the star poll. And if the answer is none of the above, then click number 5. Let me show you what I mean. So here's a practice, okay? Here's a practice. If I could have one animal feature, it would be, and then in class, we're going to have the poll, okay? So you would pick number 1 if you would like wings. You would pick number 2 if you'd like fins, like this, so you can swim. You'd pick number 3 if you like a powerful tail, and you'd pick number 4 if you would like fangs. And if you want a completely different animal feature, like fur or claws or something, then you would click 5. Okay? Again, if for some reason I'm not here, let's do this. It would be fine for you to just text me, hey, my number 1 would be this, my number 2 would be that, so that I still get to know you guys as well. Let's go to the next one. Okay, this one's for real. Social media I spend the most time on. Number 1, TikTok. Number 2, Instagram. Number 3, Snapchat. Number 4, X. Fun fact about me, I have none of these. I used to have some social media, and then I just got like way too into it. So now I have none of the above. So I would be putting 5. What about the next one? This one I'm definitely interested in. The most important part of class for me is working closely with my teacher, getting good grades, making sure I understand the async material, or working with my classmates. These are lab partners behaving unsafely. It's just a picture. You don't have to say that for number 4. If something else is more important to you, select 5 and let me know what that is. Okay? Next one. What's your work style? So we're all working from home. Are you an early bird? You see this bird with a little laptop here. Are you a night owl? Owl with a little laptop. Are you an early bird while listening to music? That would be me. I'm listening to music, podcasts, cooking shows, like anything just in the background while I'm doing stuff. Or are you a night owl listening to music, podcasts, etc.? Or are you something else? Are you like afternoon bird on the treadmill? What's your work style? And our last one, what's an activity that you enjoy watching or doing? Number 1, soccer. 2, football. 3, baseball. 4, performing arts. Or is it something else? Is there something else that you'd like to share? Okay. Thanks for taking the time to do that. And I would really like to see your answers. Let's get to the relate, okay? So there's a big goal in biology. If you're going to go anywhere, if you're going to do anything, you've got to have a destination. Nobody gets in the car and just says, oh, I want to sit in the car, right? You get in the car because you have a place to go. So the place that we are going is here, okay, toward college and career. In biology, our big goal, the place we want to go, is to be at a greater than or equal to 80% on all the objectives. That means everything you turn in, you want to try to be getting 80%. You want to turn in 80% or more of your materials. You want to understand 80% or more of your reading. You want to earn 80% or more on your practice and quizzes, okay? That will help move you forward. You're here right now, most of you, 9th and 10th grade. It looks like the smallest, but it's really important because you can't get here to upperclassmen without finishing here, lowerclassmen, right? So that's why I say your effort matters. I I've taught grade 9 through 12. And for some reason, the seniors are always the one that think they're the most important. It's true, you're almost out. That effort matters too. But ninth graders are the most important. This is your foundation. This is what what everything else builds on. And you guys know that. You have the EOC. Okay, so you are here. This part matters. Let's really push for everything to be 80% or better. Turning in 80% of your work, showing up to 80% or more of your classes. Okay, let's really make that the goal. That's what we're going to, and that's what I'm going to be encouraging you to do as well. Okay? Now, for the expectations, please log in every day. I'm going to be here, my office hours every day. We'll get to that. Log in every day. Come to all your class connects. Okay? I'm literally pulling out material that I really want to make sure that you understand. So come to that. Make sure that you get that instruction. Practice academic honesty, okay? Turn in work that is your own work. And stay on top of that work. Don't let assignments start piling up. It's overwhelming. I'm with you now. I have a goal for myself. Never let my inbox get in the double digits. It's a big goal because I am the worst at checking emails. I get super distracted, but I know how I feel when I open my inbox and it's like 89 emails. It's so overwhelming that it's better for me to just try to get it, just stay on top of it, even if it takes that extra couple of minutes, okay? So I'm right there with you. We're working on the computer together. Let's keep each other accountable, okay? Don't let your assignments pile up. And of course, reach out to me. I want your emails to be one of the emails, not these crazy automated stuff, okay? I want your emails in one of the emails that I get in my inbox. So reach out to me. There is no question that's too small. There is no question that's too silly. Just let me know where you're at and we will work together. Again, I'm there to help you, okay? So that's what I'd like for us to do. All right. Here's what we're going to do together in biology, okay? We're here at orientation, and we're going to go through all of these stops and end where at the EOC, okay, in April. So here we are, second semester orientation. Does anybody know what this picture represents? This one? Where it's got two parents, X and Y chromosomes, kids, look at the features, right? We're probably talking about heredity or genetics. That's exactly what we'll be doing. In fact, if you've already started looking at your async work, the first chapters are on Mendelian genetics, okay? Named after the guy Mendel who discovered this. He was a monk and discovered genes are passed from parents to children. After that, we'll be getting into evolution and the evidence for evolution and the meaning behind that, what that can actually mean for us as a species, which I find incredibly fascinating. After that, what picture do we have here? Yeah, sunflowers. Are we just studying sunflowers? Might be nice, but no, we're studying plants, okay? The whole huge diverse world of photosynthesizing organisms called plants. And then we will study animals, which of course we belong to that group. We'll get even more specific though. After animals, what do you think we're studying? Yeah, exactly, us. This is the organ block of a human being. I mean, not for real. It's a model, you know. But we're going to look at our systems, digestive system, reproductive system, and then we'll even look at microorganisms that can sometimes invade the system in a good or bad way. So we'll talk about that. And then we'll get to ecology. Ecology is the study of organisms in their environment. Okay, so you see how we kind of broad all the way out. We went from plants and animals, talking about us, talking about how these living things live in their environment, which biome is that, and how do these two work together, okay, organisms and environment. Lastly, what's this person doing? Exactly, sitting there studying. Notice there's no more new blocks or pictures of material. Now it's what time? It's study time. It's review time. Okay, we're going to give you guys a lot of time to review. I'll be there helping you with that as well to get you ready for the EOC. It looks like a lot, but it's going to go so fast. Semester 2 always blows by. Everyone's like, oh, it's April every year. Okay, so this is the map now, but we're gonna pass quickly. So keep up on your assignments. Okay. Office hours. I've decided to dedicate period 3 for you guys for your questions. Okay, we're gonna meet periods 2. After that, I'll be hanging around period 3. If you have a class on period 3, then come on a Monday or a Friday. Contact me when you want to meet though, okay? Because I have my Zoom link in the class so that you for my office hours, so you can just come on in. But just make sure that you let me know so that I'm expecting you, so that I didn't take any other meetings or anything like that. Um, Sometimes that happens if I feel like there's going to be no kiddos. So just make sure you let me know um, that you're going to come. We can also meet by appointment. So if period 3 just does not work for you, let me know. We can meet at another time. I am completely open and flexible with that. So there's absolutely no problem. Okay, simply contact me and we'll set up another time to meet in the Zoom. Okay. Let's get into the deepened part of our um, of why we're here, of our orientation. Okay. So the teachers, of course, have come back to work a little bit earlier than the students, and we had big meetings about you guys. Now these results are for just this class. They're not all of the ninth grade. It's just my students, Mrs. Royal's class. Okay. The beautiful news is 88 of us are at um, yeah, 88 of us are at approaching um, the standard. Okay, so the standard is where we want to be for mastery. Okay, I believe this should say percent of students, not number of students, because that would be a very I have a lot more of you than that. So this should be percent. My apologies. Okay, so 88% of us are approaching the standard, 53% at meeting, and then 10 at mastering. So what we want to do is for everybody, no matter what block you represent, okay, if you know that your score from last year was at approaching standard, great. If you know it was at meet standard, super. If you know it's at mastered standard, awesome. We want you to move one step forward, okay? We want you to have just a little bit of a higher grade wherever you go, because that's what growth is, right? Like if you have a little sibling, you know that in September they're like this big, but then in June they're this big. And you would be concerned if your little sibling didn't grow at all over time. That's what happens. That's what healthy people do. And that's what students do too. After having time in class, they grow, right? So that's what we're looking for, is just to step a little bit more. We want to push approaching more into meet and push the meet students more into masters, okay? So what you do, once again, really matters. This is why the big goal for biology is going to be to try to do 80% or more on all the objectives. If you do just that little piece, you're not missing a whole bunch of work, you're not getting a whole bunch of answers wrong, you're just really at 4/5 at 80% every time, this is going to improve your mastery. Your goal doesn't have to be, I'm going to get the best EOC. That's a very big goal. Let's take it piece by piece. Let's take it day by day. You can meet the big goal for biology, 80% or more on mastery, every single day, just by taking it for the task that you have for the day. Okay? Just that little bit of time will improve that. If you met someone who really wanted to go to the gym and really wanted to get big and buff to impress a bunch of people or be really good at a sport, and that person was eating a lot of food each day, even though he wouldn't wake up looking huge, over time he would gain weight or she would gain weight and muscle. Because if you're just putting in your daily goal, it's going to build up, okay? You'll build nice and strong over time. But your effort every day matters. He couldn't just eat salad and water every day and expect to get really big. You'd have to be eating a good, healthy, big calorie diet every day if you wanted to get big. And it's the same idea here. You know how to build muscles. The brain is an organism just like anything else. So it can get strong, okay? It can also get weak. So we want to be feeding it. We want to be building on it every day. Okay, guys? So I just want to have full transparency about what we are thinking about you guys, how we are discussing you guys, and how we care. and how you guys can use that to help let us help you with your goals. Okay. All right. Let's get to the exit ticket and see if you got. I was hoping that we got from the day. Number one, what's the big goal in biology? Number two, what are Mrs. Varel's office hours? And number three, what's one way that you can improve in biology class this semester? What's one way that you can push yourself forward? Now, that answer will look different for different students. And I'm asking that you email me that answer because I would really, really, really like to hear from you if we didn't get to do it in the chat. Okay, guys? I can't wait to see you next week. Can't wait to get into this whole group, tackle these objectives, and we are going to do this. I'll be calling each of you soon.